now to the competitiveness of future generations. In this increasingly technological age, children with no access to computer are at a severe disadvantage vis-à-vis those who have such access. My government, therefore, has committed to provide laptops to all high school students. Phase 1, the priority of which is the provision of laptops to fifth form students, will be started in September of this year and shall be completed by December of this year. This, I am pleased to report, will ensure that those students striving to meet the requirements of the CXC process will be substantively aided in this process. Finally, the value-added tax. The value-added tax is now on its way to become one of the laws of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. My government's presentations on the rationale for and impact of the value-added tax, the VAT, in public outreach sessions, in some 80 plus of such sessions, in the media and in Parliament, have been very detailed, have been in-depth, and have been extremely thorough. The implementation date will be November the 1st, 2010, and all are now working towards this particular date. The rate will be 17% VAT as a standard rate, and in some cases this will be 10%, and this, of course, will replace some 12 other taxes, including the 22% consumption tax. If businesses therefore conduct themselves in an honorable manner, the price of many products should fall, and we expect them to fall. Most importantly, my government has placed and will continue to place protective mechanisms in place to protect the poor. That is why our social safety net program has been emphasized, and it will continue, and it will be strengthened and expanded wherever necessary. I must say here that I had sincerely hoped, not as leader of the Labour Party, but as leader of this proud nation, that the opposition would have provided insightful analysis of the bill in the interest of the country at large. It was my hope that they would have made substantive recommendations, even as to alternate and or strengthening amendments, that the public would hear more than the fact that the opposition did not want the VAT. That, however, was not to be. I had also hoped that out of respect for the people who waited in such long lines and in the rain on January the 25th of this year to send us all to Parliament, that we would all have remained in the National Assembly throughout the debate, a very critically important debate, and remained in the chamber to vote on this important measure, simply as a measure of respect for the electorate. Those who send us here to Parliament, respect for ourselves as national parliamentarians, and respect for the institution of government as well. That, however, appallingly was not to be. This flouting of parliamentary responsibilities cannot be allowed to continue in the days ahead. Regardless of a parliamentarian's political affiliation, every single one of us is honor bound to attend to the nation's business. And it is impossible for us to attend to the nation's business if we are not in the National Assembly doing the work that is being done and that is expected of us as members of Parliament. And some members of the press, in closing, I am tremendously pleased that VAT will be a reality as of November the 1st this year. It is good for this our blessed country. It is the outgrowth of the insights and in-depth analysis undertaken by individual governments, by the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, and other bodies that are determined to ensure that this region withstands and survives the ravages of the global financial crisis, which seems not to abate. With every passing day, more and more people are understanding and articulating this, thereby affirming the sound judgment of my government. Thank you, members of the press. And as usual, I will now, of course, entertain your questions. Thank you.